Breaking news, guys. Brit Eady has skipped the filming of the reunion. Today was the Real Housewives of Atlanta taping for the current season's reunion. She is a no-show. Now, I'm currently in Louisiana, so I'm on Central Time. We are 1 hour back from New York. She did not show up, and you know what Andy Cohen's golden rule is. You don't show up for the taping of the reunion, you are done. She basically sealed the deal for herself. I personally think that she didn't show up because I am told that her behavior gets even worse. Then we saw her being really stingy with the donation to Granada, where she showed up with like a roll of toilet paper or whatever. But this upcoming episode on Sunday, we're going to see Shamia actually call her out on it, because one of the things that she actually says directly to Brit Eady is that you're pulling up in a Bentley, but you're giving me like 2 rolls of toilet paper. Not verbatim. Those aren't her exact words. Those are my words. But she does call her out on it. And I'm told that as the rest of the episodes progress, she looks worse and worse. So I personally think she didn't show up because she didn't want the smoke. She didn't want the smoke. She didn't want the heat. I'm sure she's going to be asked, like, what exactly was it other than Kenya asking you about your ring that made you feel a certain way? And I'm sure Andy Cohen himself, especially since this was such a big deal, he himself has probably seen that specific footage. Now, Andy Cohen isn't sitting down there watching every single episode of the Housewife franchises, but I'm sure he has sent certain clips from his staff to review. I don't think Brit Eady wants to answer questions about her insurance. Andy Cohen is probably going to ask her, what's going on with it? Are you a licensed insurance agent or not? Sometimes he asks the hard question, especially if you are being very controversial for that season. And she is very controversial. I think something else that Brit Eady has to answer that she doesn't want to answer is, what about this event decorator coming out saying you owe her $1,750? And what about this country club where you hosted your events and are saying you skipped out on a $10,000 bill? I think there's a lot of hard-hitting questions she's not prepared for. And, you know, she's not going to be able to play that whole victim mentality that she's been doing with the whole entire season. Had like this little bit of entitled behavior when Kenya got suspended, fired. A lot of the castmates even felt like it was coming off a bit celebratory and very much entitled. And if you've been watching my recaps for the season, I stated that another person, another newbie who had that kind of attitude was Monica Garcia, and they let her go. But Monica at least had the good sense to go to the reunion and not completely burn all the bridges, because, you know, there are still opportunities and ways to get back into the good graces of the network. But not showing up for a reunion, your first reunion, what do you guys think about it? Why do you guys think she is MIA for today's reunion taping?